Congressman Pat Fallon. Hey, Congressman, great to see you, sir. Biden's war on American energy has left gas prices skyrocketing, as you know. But Biden is demanding gas companies explain themselves for the surge. He's also heading to Saudi Arabia next month to beg for more oil production from them. Meanwhile, states like Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Pennsylvania remain under constant attack from the anti-energy Biden regime. Won't the GOP need supermajorities in both the House and in the Senate to counteract Biden's so-called green energy veto pen?
Well, yeah, Chris, thanks for having me on. And you're right. If we want to completely thwart and make Joe Biden irrelevant, we would need supermajorities in both chambers. It would be nice just to have majorities, and at least we can stop the bleeding. Because we are now in an economy, as you just mentioned. I mean, we're seeing a 41-year high in inflation, Chris, with 8.6%. And he's just not changing course. Every American family is going to make $5,000 less in real wages because of Joe Biden's inflation. And he tries to push it off on everyone else. And then that hubris from that clip, that ultimate arrogance and hubris where he just bold-faced lies. I mean, gas prices are at an all-time high today, an average nationally of $5.02, and diesel's that I think is at $5.78. And Joe Biden still has declared, he had a war on energy declared a year and a half ago, and he's doubling down on it, Chris. It's disgusting.
Well, yeah, I mean, yesterday he appeared to me to be bat guano crazy. Biden lashing out at critics, saying his radical spending, it's not to blame for crippling inflation. Watch this.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Yeah, he's changing people's lives, all right. Our lives are in the toilet thanks to this man. Congressman, Biden inflation will cost Americans over $5,000 this year, and that figure is only expected to grow the longer this man's in office. Let's put aside the open borders, the lawless streets, and the foreign policy in shambles. How is he changing lives in America for the better?
Well, exactly. You know what, Chris? 64% of Americans are actually going to the grocery store less because they can't afford to go. They're trying to make those dollars stretch because this guy is completely incompetent. And as you mentioned in your monologue, he is putting America last. It boggles my mind. And I'm so glad that you showed that clip because that's the real Joe Biden. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't question me. I'm always right, never wrong, even though the state of the economy in our country right now, as you said, we have a de facto open border. We have the worst economy we've seen in 2 generations, maybe even 3 generations. We have the largest land war in Europe in history, and this guy is bungling it all and getting it wrong one thing after a time. I mean, there's been 3.3 million people that have crossed this border illegally since he's been in office. That's more than, I think, about 20 United States. That is where we're at. Wow. In the south of Texas.
Well, I've got to say that Mr. Biden isn't just speaking for himself. Nobody in his party is criticizing him. He is the standard bearer. He is an example of what a Democrat is today. Don't question me. Just do what I tell you. It's totalitarian, in my opinion. You mentioned the border, and it looks like Biden's Department of Homeland Security is set to punish Border Patrol agents who were found not guilty. They were falsely accused of whipping illegal aliens. This, as a massive illegal alien caravan is headed our way, why is the Republican Party allowing Joe Biden and his administration to punish agents who we already know did nothing wrong? Isn't this administration trying to criminalize compliance with the law?
No, there's no doubt about it. And we see what, listen, the people, Chris, as you know, that are on the front lines of this border crisis and really border catastrophe are the people that live on the border in South Texas and in southern Arizona and in Southern California. The folks on the border are largely Hispanic. I think 80, 85, 90%. They just elected a Republican congresswoman. They've had it. They're sick of the chaos, the crime, and the cartels. They've had it. And they know that the only party that's going to take border security seriously is the Republicans because the Democrats literally created this crisis. The migrant protection protocols, the Wait Mexico policy President Trump had, worked. Walls work. Look at Nancy Pelosi in her house. She's got a wall around it. So it's funny how they don't build bridges near their homes. They build walls because they know they're effective. And we need to secure our border because the most important thing that we all have, the most important calling, is for Americans to be safe. And that's our jobs, number one job.
Congressman, I've told you this off air and on air. We have had Democrats from South Texas on this program who have been begging and pleading for Joe Biden to stop his pro-illegal immigration policies, to stop the Democrats from their support of illegal immigration, their support of breaking the law. I want to get to the historic win that you referenced. Texas's 34th congressional district yesterday. Republican Mayra Flores flipped a Democrat seat for the first time in over 100 years, a century. She will be the first Mexican-born congresswoman to serve in the House, and she will serve congressmen as a Republican.
Yes.
The
Yes.
rise of the liberty-loving Latino is underway. Will the GOP create a partnership to help those Latino communities that Joe Biden and his pro-illegal immigration party have abandoned at the southern border?
Well, if I have anything to do with it and any say in it, absolutely, Chris. And you just gave me goosebumps all over talking about this historic win. Mayra Flores is a great American. She's highly talented. And she told me the first time, I was the first member of Congress to endorse her, and very proudly to do so. And she told me months ago that all of her and her whole family were Democrats. And then they read the party platform and they said, we're not Democrats, we're Republicans. Because we love this country and we want what's best for it. And her husband is a Border Patrol agent. I mean, she is the American dream, as you said, an immigrant as well. And she's going to do a fabulous job in Congress. It was a seat drawn for Democrats, and she took it down by, I believe, the Republicans versus the Democratic vote was a +5 Republican. And I cannot wait to get her up here. And we also had Ryan Guillen, a state representative, switch parties, and now he's going to be a Republican. He won the Republican nomination. He was a 20-year rep. He's had it too, and so many people down there.
I wonder how MSNBS is going to spin this, Congressman, because, you know, they've been telling everybody, hey, if you're a Republican, you're a racist. If you're a conservative, you're a racist. I wonder how they're going to spin this one. Congressman Pat Fallon, sir, thank you very much. Appreciate the time, as always, here on the Salcedo Show. Coming up tonight, folks, on this program, after Nancy Pelosi